Hi, everyone. Welcome to the College Essay Guy Virtual College Road Trip. We are so excited you are here. We welcome you. Before we get started, we do have a few housekeeping items to note. First, if you have any questions at all, feel free to use the Q&A button to type in your questions to the presenters at any time. They are here, ready and available to answer your questions. Your camera and microphone are off. You are muted and your video is off. The panelists can't see or hear you. This is one of many college presentations being offered, so we strongly encourage you and recommend that you sign up for more at the same place where you registered for this one. And lastly, all sessions are being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/college essay guy. Again, that's at strivescan.com/college essay guy. We are currently in session B1, where my mouse is circling at the moment. And this is the same order of presentations. So without further ado, I'll get out of the way and introduce our first representative from Bishop's University.
Thank you so much. I'm going to share my screen. Just give me a moment. Alrighty, so hi everybody, my name is Jeremy. I'm a recruitment and admissions officer for Bishop's University. As you can see, the photo that's being shared currently, that is our main building, the McGreer building. It was actually founded in 1843, so we're one of the oldest campuses in Canada. We're actually older than Canada itself. We used to be part of New England at the time. Despite us being located in the French province of Quebec, Canada, we are an English language institution or university, so it means that all of our classes, our evaluations, surrounding community, and surrounding interactions are all done 100% in English. You truly do not need to know French in order to thrive or excel. We are a smaller, tight-knit campus, so we are less than 3,000 students, 25% of which comes from 80 countries across the world. Also, we are 75% domestic, meaning from various provinces across Canada itself. Please keep in mind that those numbers are official numbers based on passports. We do have many international students who come from other countries like Hong Kong who also have a Canadian passport. So the international number is actually much larger than the 25% that they have. Part of our very traditional classic American centralized campus experience means that 97% of our entire student population lives within walking distance. Like I said, we are located in the French province of Quebec, Canada. So we are only about an hour and a half away from the second largest city in Canada. Fun fact, I'm actually located in Montreal right now since we're working from home. We're also 2 hours away from one of the oldest cities in Canada, Quebec City. We're only 3 hours away from Ottawa, 7 hours away from Toronto, and we're also really close to some other major hubs in the US, such as Boston, New York, and Chicago. We always like to advertise that we're really well located for students who want to touch some major hubs in North America when they attend a Canadian institution. Many students tend to live, learn, and succeed in Canada. Canada has consistently ranked number one in best quality of life, and the quality of education that you get in Canada is internationally well-renowned, and you can bring it wherever you want to go. This is not unique to Bishop's University. The Canadian education that you get in any other Canadian institution is internationally recognized. We have 5 schools of divisions. We have the School of Education, School of Natural Sciences and Humanities, schools of Natural Sciences and Mathematics, my apologies, Humanities, Social Sciences, and the Williams School of Business. We've also adopted the liberal education model, so it allows students to encourage students to ask questions and become more confident in their abilities. It also gives them the freedom to explore and discover themselves. And the cool thing about the liberal education model allows students to truly tailor the degree through areas of focus and electives. A great example of that is I was truly passionate in computer science and business, and I was able to get a degree that was both tailored in my computer science field, as well as having a strong business background. We've also seen a strong shift in employers focusing not only on IQ skills or the ability to retain information, but EQ skills, emotional skills, the ability to learn and adapt quite quickly, the ability to present, network. Those are skills that are increasingly being valued, and adopting the liberal education model allows those students to truly develop some skills that are increasingly being valued by many employers in North America. We're also highly focused on academic excellence, so we offer a whole bunch of opportunities for students to truly thrive and become the best versions of themselves. One of our most popular and most used service at Bishop's University is the Writing Center. So no matter what program you're in, you're most likely going to have a term paper to submit. All students at Bishop's University have access to the Writing Center, where they're able to book an appointment with the Writing Center, and a writing professional will be able to look at every single little grammar mistakes you may have. Those will then be corrected by the Writing Center, and you tend to see a 10% increase in grades on average. Again, that's part of our philosophy at Bishop's, where we really want to evaluate the true contents of the paper and not things that are increasingly being automated like grammar through software like Grammarly. We're also highly focused on experiential learning opportunities, so allowing students to truly get some real hands-on experiences in conjunction with their actual degree. We have multiple undergrad research opportunities available for students, and you'll notice throughout other presentation today that this is not necessarily unique to Bishop's University. You can have access to many hands-on experiences through various institutions across Canada. What makes us unique, however, as Bishop's is that we are primarily an undergrad institution, so that means that we are very limited in master's programs, and we don't have any PhD programs. So many research opportunities that would be reserved for more experienced students, so students who are doing masters, are directly available in your undergrad bachelor's degree. So that's something that's almost unheard of. We also have the co-op program available for students who are in business and computer science. Essentially, that allows students who are in those programs to get quality controlled internship placements that are perfectly integrated with your degree. Again, that's not unique to Bishop's University. You can take advantage of that multiple places in other universities across Canada as well. These are some main industries that are currently growing in Canada. This is just to give an idea of where maybe you want to focus. You can see that we're highly focused on tech, finance, pharmaceuticals, and healthcare. Those are main industries that are currently growing right now in Canada. Please keep in mind that this is an average, just to give you an idea of where you may stand, but the minimum entry requirement in American, so GPAs, it's a 3.5 out of 4 GPA, or an 80% average. You do not need a test. We are test optional, so we do not require any SAT test whatsoever. Depending the region that you're from, you may require an English proficiency test score. Just to give an idea of what it's going to cost in terms of international student, the actual tuition price itself is $25,000, and we do offer scholarships up to 28,000 Canadian dollars. Just to give an idea before I end the presentation, these are the main application process. So just go onto our website, click complete the online application and pay the application fee, and then from there, admissions will contact you directly. So that's pretty much the end of my presentation. Thank you so much for hearing me out, and I'll pass it back on to Catherine.
Great, thank you. The next representative is from the University of British Columbia.
Thank you very much. And thank you for all of you for being here today with us. If you'll bear with me, we should be sharing my screen now. My name's Britt. I'm an associate recruiter and advisor at the University of British Columbia. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you a little bit more information about UBC in terms of its academic excellence, our 2 stunning campus locations, and the opportunities for student involvement, so that you can start to determine if UBC might be the right fit for you. Now, UBC is a public research university located in Canada. We have over 260 different undergraduate majors to choose from, and we're consistently ranked among the top 40 research universities in the world and the top 3 universities in Canada. UBC has also been ranked as the most international student university in North America, with just over 18,000 international students that come from 166 different countries. This means that you'll not only have the opportunity to learn from your amazing professors, but you'll also be learning from your peers. You'll graduate from UBC with a truly global perspective. Now, as mentioned, we do have 2 campuses, UBC's Vancouver campus in the city of Vancouver and UBC's Okanagan campus in the city of Kelowna. These campuses are about 4 hours drive apart, so you apply to and take all of your classes on one campus or the other. Regardless of which campus you attend, you will graduate with the same UBC degree that is recognized worldwide. Our Vancouver campus is located in the city of Vancouver. It's a city of about 2.5 million people, and it's a vibrant multicultural city located on the Pacific Ocean and surrounded by picturesque mountains. The campus is about 20 minutes from downtown city center and is located on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territory of the Musqueam people. Home to approximately 45,000 undergraduate students, it's a self-contained campus community with state-of-the-art facilities, sports fields, museums, restaurants, and theaters. And there's always something to keep you busy both on campus or in the city. Now, maybe you prefer more of a mid-sized campus, and if so, UBC's Okanagan campus in the city of Kelowna might be the option for you. Kelowna's population is just under 200,000 people, but it's one of the fastest growing cities in BC. It's home to a thriving tech industry that has a net worth of $1 billion. Situated within the territory of the Syilx Okanagan Nation, UBC's Okanagan campus is home to just under 10,000 undergraduate students. The Okanagan campus has small class sizes, unique campus city partnerships, and more than 1,000 research projects underway, which makes it really easy to plug into a close-knit community. But of course, a university is so much more than just its location, and UBC has so many opportunities for you to take advantage of. You'll be encouraged to expand your horizons and truly find your path at UBC. There's lots of different ways to do this, but I do encourage you to explore these a little bit more on our website. But one I do like to highlight, as Bishops has already too, is our cooperative education program, which is an option for students in nearly all of our undergraduate programs. Co-op is the opportunity to take what you are learning in the classroom and research labs and apply that into the real world through full-time paid internships. Thousands of students participate in co-op placements each year with companies such as Adidas, Electronic Arts, Microsoft, Disney, Lululemon, just to name a few of them. And in fact, 90% of UBC students who participate in the co-op program receive a job offer within 1 month of graduation. In terms of academics, as I mentioned before, UBC does offer over 260 different undergraduate majors. We offer degrees in fields such as liberal arts, business, and STEM, but we also have some unique and niche programs such as applied biology, kinesiology, forestry, and more. Once again, I encourage you to check out our website so you can explore all these different unique program offerings. So if you think that UBC sounds like it might be the right fit for you, the first step will be to start your application, which can be found online on our website, you.ubc.ca. First, you'll choose your program and campus and check the admission requirements for that program. Our deadline to apply is typically January 15th. After you apply, you'll be able to upload your transcripts and other required documents later on. UBC admission is both comparative and competitive. Your UBC application will be evaluated on a combination of your academic performance and your personal profile. Your personal profile is the chance to tell the university what you're most proud of, what's important to you, and what you've learned from your experiences. A few of our programs may also require a portfolio or supplemental application, but once again, all that information is available online. Finally, UBC also looks at the breadth, relevancy, and rigor of the courses you've been taking. So courses such as IBs, APs, honors, and college level courses will all be taken into consideration. All right, thank you so much for learning a little bit more about UBC. As I've mentioned before, I do encourage you to visit our website, you.ubc.ca, so it has all the information that I've covered today, as well as further details about requirements, tuition, scholarships, housing, and so much more. Thank you very much again, and I look forward to answering any questions you might have in the chat a little later on.
Very helpful, thank you. Just another friendly reminder, as mentioned, that if you have any questions at all, to feel free to submit those using the Q&A. Our representatives are here and available to answer any questions you have. And if you have a specific question, to also include the school name. Moving right along, we're going to our next representative from the University of Toronto.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us this evening. My name's Adam. I'm a recruitment officer at the University of Toronto. You got to hear from a couple of my colleagues from Canada already, so I don't need to tell you how great it is for you to have the chance to do something different, come to a different country, experience not only different culture, different climate, depending on where you're from, but different learning perspectives. And that's so valuable to have that, have a unique learning perspective. It's always going to look great on your resume. You're going to have that speaking point for your whole life. People will always ask when they look at your resume, oh, you did something different. You studied internationally. Tell me what that was like. What was that experience? So we always find our international students come back and tell us that that experience they had was so fun. It was so memorable, but it also was a speaking point for the rest of their lives. So do keep that in mind if you are considering studying internationally. There's so many benefits. Certainly at U of T, we are Canada's top research university. So not only are we the top ranked university in Canada, we're one of the top 20 consistently in the world. So you get an excellent quality of education. As my colleagues mentioned, the quality of education in general is very strong. So that's obviously a good thing. And the degree is portable. So it means you can take it with you anywhere in the world. People know who we are and how we rank. So you have that portability in your education, that name recognition as far as that degree goes. Lots of great things contribute to what makes U of T the top university in Canada. We have a really strong legacy of discovery and innovation. So discoveries like the world's first nerve transplant, stem cell research actually began here at U of T, and insulin was discovered here as well. We've had Olympic athletes, Academy Award winners, Nobel laureates, prime ministers, Margaret Atwood, Handmaid's Tale, if you're binging that series or you have recently, or you've read the book, even more importantly. Malcolm Gladwell's a graduate, and my personal favorite, Lorne Michaels, the creator of Saturday Night Live, is a U of T alumni as well. So Toronto is one of the most livable cities in the world. Half of our population have been born outside of Canada and speak a language other than English. So it really is diverse, and our university campuses reflect that diversity. So great restaurants, of course, nightlife, shopping, sporting events, whatever you're interested in, Toronto has something for you. It's a walkable city, but we also have fourth largest transit or metro system in North America too, so it is very easy to get around. Now, we are also the largest university in Canada, and I think that's a good thing because it just means you have that many more choices, both inside and outside of the classroom. One of the first choices you get to make is which campus you want to study at, because we offer 3. They're all within 1 hour of each other, and they all offer the same quality of education. So employers, graduate schools don't have a preference as to which campus you choose. It's up to you as far as what you want to study and what environment you think you'd be more comfortable in. Our St. George campus is located in the heart of downtown Toronto, over 35,000 undergraduate students. So it's large, urban setting, a mix of old buildings from the 1800s, as well as new modern facilities. Mississauga is half an hour west of downtown. Scarborough is half an hour east of downtown. Those 2 smaller campuses are mid-sized with about 16,000 students and have a very modern feel. So that's the difference, size, environment, but same quality of education. Of course, you get to mix and match if you're interested. So if you want to do a double major in arts and science, you can do that. If you want to be an engineer and do a minor in music, that's a possibility as well. We offer over 700 programs. That is the best selection in Canada. And the nice thing about all those choices, you can mix and match to tailor make or suit your needs as far as the degree you want to build for yourself. So I won't bore you with all of those, but rest assured, we've got lots of things in terms of arts. We offer over 50 different languages. Toronto is the second fastest growing financial district in North America. So great for business. And we publish more scientific research than any other public university in North America as well. We have the largest and highest ranked faculty of engineering in the country, and these 3 other smaller faculties, architecture, kinesiology, and music as well. We also know that students are very interested in co-op. So we have a campus, our Scarborough campus specializes in co-op, where you get to go to school and work at the same time. In areas like computer science and engineering, we offer a professional experience year. So instead of paying tuition or attending class, you get to work full time. The average salary for our engineering students is over 50,000 Canadian dollars. And on average, 65% of the students that do that co-op have a job offer before they even graduate. When it comes to student life, study abroad, no shortage of those opportunities as well, being a large school. So one of my favorite parts, ease of application. It is super easy to apply to U of T. It's a 2-step process. Step 1 takes about 20 to 30 minutes to complete. Super easy. It's a biographical application. You cannot send any grades at that point. This is the timeline. We recommend you apply by early November. This is recommended. It's not a hard or binding deadline in any way. Once you apply, we will send you the email for the next steps where you'll be able to start uploading or sending us your transcripts. Most of our programs do not have any supplemental requirements, meaning we are primarily focused on your grades. We have a handful of programs like engineering, business, commerce that do look at more than just grades, but 90% of our majors are only looking just at the grades. So that's what makes it super easy to apply. No reference letters, no essays, no personal statements for most programs. I see my time is winding up. Of course, you'll automatically be considered for merit-based scholarships. So that's another easy part of the application. And I strongly encourage you to visit discover.utoronto.ca. Here you'll be able to see a schedule of our upcoming broadcasts, on-demand features, and a chance to chat with some of our current students. Thank you so much for your attention, and I look forward to your questions.
Thank you. We really appreciate it. The next representative is from IE University, Spain.
Sorry, my computer has a mind of its own. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining. My name is Micah. I'm here to talk about IE University, which is located in a super bright, awesome, and sunny country in Spain, in Europe. So I guess we're hopping over the pond from Canada for now. I also went to IE. I'm from the US, so happy to talk about my experience, and we can always stay in touch. So feel free to jot my email down. So a little bit about Spain, if anybody has never been, it's a super friendly culture and country for college students. We have some of the largest World UNESCO sites. So if you love history, definitely a cool place to check out. Spain's also the second most spoken language in the world. So if you're interested in learning a new language to be a little bit more employable in the future, this is totally recommended. And Spain is also the second most visited country in the world. It's known for its beaches. It's extremely diverse, its festivals, bars, and clubs. So now a little bit about IE. We are quite unique and we have 2 locations, but it's going to be the same experience. Both of our campuses are located within 30 minutes of each other in Spain. So our first campus up on the top right-hand corner is in the city Segovia. It was built in 1218, so it's older than the US. It's a rural campus, so if you love nature, hiking, being outdoors, this is a good place to start. And our campus is protected by the United Nations. So if you're interested in doing any research projects or any projects with them, this is definitely a cool place to go. And then we have our other campus in Madrid, which is the capital of Spain. It's an urban campus, and we have our new IE Tower, which will be open and ready this September. It's going to be the 3rd tallest building in the world and the first and only high-rise university in Spain. So a little bit deeper dive, we are Europe's most international and diverse university. All of our programs are taught in English. Over 75% of our students are coming from all over the world to study at IE. We have over 140 nationalities on campus, over 45 languages are spoken on campus. And we do like to keep our class sizes small because we are known for our hands-on methodologies. The pillars or what we're known for at IE is entrepreneurship. So if you're looking to study law or business or anything alike, all of our degrees are globally recognized. So if you want to stay and work in Spain, come back to the US, go to Canada, New Zealand, your degree is recognized. In terms of rankings, we are the first ranked university in Spain, 7th in Europe, and 18th worldwide. All of our students have a job within 6 months after graduation, and over 43% of them end up working in a different country. We've got a lot of partnerships with different companies, so you will have a lot of opportunities to do on-campus internships, which I will talk a little bit more about in a minute, but these are going to be our degrees. So we offer single degrees and dual degrees. One thing to note when you apply to schools in Europe, it's very common that you apply directly into the program. So if you're looking into studying business, you're applying directly into business, and your classes from day 1 will be all business focused with other areas that will be incorporated depending on what you're passionate about. The single degrees are 4 years and the dual degrees are 5, but you will graduate with 2 diplomas and not just 1. But the idea is when you come to IE, whether it's a business program, law, computer science, and artificial intelligence, we really want you to build your own path. So what can you do with the degree that you're studying at IE? I briefly mentioned we do on-campus internships. We call them labs. So if you're someone who wants to study business, but you're more interested in marketing or sustainability and how to get into that industry, you can start doing labs or internships your first and your second year to start building your resume. These are just a small snapshot and a couple of the design or marketing communication labs that you can join. We also have advanced seminars. So if you're interested in like cryptocurrencies, but you're studying communications, again, you can really build what you would like. And then we also offer an honors program, which is a networking opportunity with CEOs from different companies all over the world. Of course, you have international exchange options, or you can do a paid internship abroad. So you can pick a semester to go study in a different country, get the credits for it, or even do a paid internship in a different country of your choosing. Campus life, there's a lot. It's super vibrant. We have a lot of events, over 125 clubs. As of 2021, we've already had over 1,500 in-person events because our campus has been open since last year. Here's a small snapshot of some clubs. I can always talk to you briefly and privately about the clubs that I joined and our admissions process. So everything's online. If you want to apply on Common App or on our website portal, you're more than welcome to choose one. With the essay, if you're somebody who loves writing, write an essay. If you love somebody who likes to make videos, you can upload your essay question on YouTube or Vimeo or Prezi. We do require an admissions test, but it doesn't have to be the SAT and ACT. It could be one or the other. I can always give you some more info on that, but I can say that you don't have to study for it and it takes about an hour. It just measures how you learn, which is way more interesting to us. We do incorporate an online assessment to get to know you more. You're more than just your grades and all of these things. You have goals and passions, and we really love learning about who you are. So give you a lot of different opportunities to do so. And the last step will be the personal interview, which will showcase all of that. We do have financial aid for everyone, and I can always talk more about that in depth with you personally. Their needs and merit-based scholarships, and we even have scholarships for 11th grade students or even before you apply. We offer accommodation, and again, I've run out of time like always because there's so much to talk about. So if you want to stay in contact, feel free to reach out to me.
Great, thank you. Just another friendly reminder that if you have any questions at all, to feel free to submit those using the Q&A button. There are some great questions coming in so far, and so please keep them coming. And if you have a specific question, to also note the school name. Next, we're going to hear from our last two representatives, but next we'll hear from Temple University Japan campus.
Okay, can you see that okay?
Yes, we can see that. I think you can see you're not in full screen mode. If you just go to display settings at the top. Yep, there you go.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hello everyone from Tokyo, Japan. My name is Nathan Crown, and I'm the Director of Overseas Admissions here at Temple University Japan Campus, or TUJ for short. Temple University Japan Campus is a branch campus of one of the United States' largest public research universities, Temple University in Philadelphia on the East Coast. And we offer an opportunity to come and study your US degree in the heart of Tokyo, Japan. You're getting to study in an amazing city, a great country with a rich culture and history, great food, great public transport, clean, and statistically very safe. So it's a great place to study, but ultimately you are graduating from Temple University. There's no language barrier, so you don't need Japanese to come and study with us. It's all in English. but you can certainly study Japanese as part of your program, and many of our students do. Being an American school, the curriculum is familiar if you're coming out of high school or if you transfer from college. We have roughly 50-50 freshmen and transfer students from other schools. You can transfer your credits as normal. If you've taken AP, IB, or A-level curriculum as well, you may get credit for those. So that will give you a great head start. Temple has really been at the forefront of international education from early on. As I said, our main campus is in Philadelphia on the east coast of the US, about 40,000 students there. We've had a campus in Rome, Italy for over 50 years now. And then, of course, the Japan campus in Tokyo, around since 1982. And it was the first branch campus of a foreign university in Japan. And we're the only four-year foreign university that's gone the distance. As a Temple student, you can study at any of the campuses. You can graduate in them at the main campus if you want, or transfer back. And we have many study abroad partners throughout the world to enhance your degree even further. So not only can you come and study in Japan, you can go almost any country around the world for a study abroad program. We're located in the heart of Tokyo, Japan. We're 5 minutes from a place called Shibuya. Shibuya is commonly known as the Times Square of Japan. You may have seen it on many movies and TV shows and in photos. So we're just 2 train stations from there, so close to the action. And Tokyo is a big city. There's many different downtown areas and something for everybody. And take the train out west and you're in the countryside before you know it. So there really is something for everybody in Japan. Around the university, plenty of shops, cafes, restaurants, entertainment options as well. And we're next to a large Japanese university as well called Showa Women's University, and students have access to their facilities as well. A typical day could see classes during the morning and maybe working at your part-time job in the afternoon, and then a couple of days a week at your internship at a company or organization in Japan, including some of the embassies like the US Embassy. And then you might be participating in some of our activities and events on the weekends, like climbing Mount Fuji in the summer or skiing and snowboarding in the winter, or going to watch a sumo match on the weekend. There's so many things you can do outside of the classroom. As I mentioned, our main campus is about 40,000 students, and in Japan, we have about 1,300 students on our undergraduate program, and they're seeking their degree, means they're taking their undergraduate program fully in Japan. We also have some study abroad students from all over the US. Our students are from 60 plus countries, so it's very diverse, including about 40% Japanese. So you will be studying not only with fellow Americans, but also Japanese students and students from all over the world. Our faculty, our professors are also from all over, which is going to bring a different dynamic to each class. You're not going to be just learning about, say, the American way of business or American history, but also from professors from all over. Being a small campus, we offer 10 different majors, and they're on the screen now. You can scan the QR code there for more info, or do email us later. International Business Studies is our largest program. We offer flexibility being a US degree. You can come in undeclared. You can come in with an intended major, but change your major later. You can add a double major. You can add a minor. You really have that flexibility to find your passion at Temple University Japan campus. As I mentioned, it's all in English, but you can take Japanese as part of your program from beginner to advanced as well. And if you are wanting to work in Japan in the future, I certainly recommend that. In summer 2019, moved to a brand new campus that's on the screen now, and that's the campus 5 minutes from Shibuya and across the road from Showa Women's University. Dormitories or homestay options for the first semester for students coming from overseas. So it's peace of mind. At the minimum, we are guaranteed a dormitory room. Our main dorm in Musashi Kosugi has single bedroom, single bathroom for everybody. So you get your own space. And then there's communal kitchen space if you want to cook. Plenty of outdoor space, cafeteria if you want to buy meals, etc. It's really nice. And then, of course, a homestay if you want to live with a Japanese family. Our tuition is the same for all students, and it's significantly less than out-of-state tuition for public and private schools across the US. So I'm going to finish up now and skip to the last slide. If you do have any questions, don't hesitate to email us, ac@tuj.temple.edu on the screen now, and also a QR code there. If you do scan that, you can request the brochure. Thank you very much, everyone, and we look forward to welcoming you to Tokyo in the future.
Thank you. Our last representative, but certainly not least, is from the University of Melbourne.
Okay, good day, everyone. I'm Todd St. Vrain from the University of Melbourne. So welcome to your future, because it's already 10:30 a.m. Tomorrow in Melbourne. So I'm Todd St. Vrain, the University of Melbourne's North America manager based in San Francisco. Welcome to UniMelb, and as we say in the local Aboriginal language, Wamanjaika. Melbourne is a large public research intensive university in the southern part of Australia. And as you can see, we have a wide range of disciplines that excel at the global level. But what does this mean in reality? Well, this is the beautiful Great Barrier Reef, which is about a 4-hour flight north of Melbourne. Imagine taking classes even in your first year with Madeline Van Oppel, who is bioengineering heat-resistant coral in an effort to save the Great Barrier Reef. So this is just one example of coming to a leading research university that is regarded as an Australian version of an Ivy League. This is our main campus, which is about 10 minutes from downtown, and we're right in between the Melbourne Biomedical Precinct and our version of Little Italy. So what I love about Australia and Melbourne is a very multicultural society. Also, our student population is very diverse. We are very large with over 25,000 undergraduates. You will have several Americans as part of that community, but it's also a chance to make friends from and learn from people around the world. We have great graduate outcomes, and interesting to note that at the end of your degree, all international students have the opportunity to stay and work for 2 years in Australia, giving you options as to where you would start your career. Our degrees are just 3 years. That's standard in Australia. That's a savings in itself. And at the current exchange rate, your annual tuition is going to be about $33,000 US. You can use US student loans at University of Melbourne. And we also have scholarships for high achieving international students. We also have admissions based just on your academic achievements. So you're never going to have personal statements or references. We'll get into the details of that momentarily. And you're doing all of this in Melbourne, a city of about 4 million people. We're about an hour and a half of our flight south of Sydney. Melbourne is very livable, known for its food and music, and also its sports scene with easy access to nature. So we have streamlined our degrees into 8 options. And within that, there's a plethora of majors and minors. So this could be within our Bachelor of Agriculture. We call arts means liberal arts, and I've put in bold some of the more popular majors. An entire degree in biomedicine, we call business commerce. We have also design, as well as fine arts and music, and science, including all of like engineering and IT. They have to learn to speak Australian, English, and degrees are called courses. So if you go to our find a course page, these you can explore because your interest may certainly be in more than one major or a degree. And each of the degree pages will have a drop-down menu, which will go into the entry requirements, which I'm now going to detail. But first, we have the only Australian university that has anything approaching a general education. 25% of your degree will be breadth subjects, anything of your choosing. It just means flexibility and choice of pursuing your interests, and also giving you time to declare a major. If you want to do in the 4th year, we have these things called concurrent diplomas, or a year of independent research, what we call honors. Now, to get into the entry requirements, they do vary slightly per degree. So we do require a minimum score of SAT or ACT. a minimum GPA, and also we have AP exam prerequisites. We are not test optional, but we do have alternatives to the SAT or ACT, including an Australian standardized test and an aggregate of AP exam scores. If you don't have AP exams, you would have to submit a university level, say, dual credit syllabus for review. If you're doing the IB, we also have guaranteed entry based on a minimum score. Any transfer students, it's really straightforward. It's usually just a 3.0 and the prerequisites. Different down under, our semester 1 starts in March. Semester 2 will start in late July. You can start in either semester because the core classes are offered in each semester. Now, the borders to Australia do remain closed and probably will remain closed until mid-year next year. So starting before then implies starting online. Our application deadlines are a bit different. My advice is just to apply when you're applying to US universities. And deferrals tend to be more automatic in Australia. We can guarantee accommodation. And we also, of course, have lots of clubs and sports as part of uni life. And we'll just end with a brief campus tour, just showing you, again, the plethora of beautiful old campus buildings, but also some very modern facilities. Of course, this is Melbourne as a city. We'll stop here. It's also a city of sports and easy access to some really beautiful nature. I'm based in San Francisco, so please get in touch if you have any questions. And thanks so much for your time.
Very helpful. Thank you. We do have a few minutes left. And so before we end here, we're going to jump right now into a Q&A session. So I invite all our representatives to please turn on their cameras to get ready to unmute themselves. And we'll jump into our first question here. What advice would you give someone going through the college search process? What advice would you give someone going through the college search process? We'll go ahead and get started in the same order in which you all presented it.
That's a great question. And I believe the best answer I could have for that is look for the experience you would like to have when you go to university. Especially when I'm talking about Canadian institutions, you'll get a very similar quality of education, but we offer drastically different experiences in different cities and locations. So look what you want and from there, find the school that you're interested in.
And I think my biggest piece of advice would be to reach out and connect with us. We're not trying to make this admissions process confusing and hard to understand. You've got all these wonderful representatives at all these different universities, and we're here to connect with you. Send us your questions, connect one-on-one on meetings. We're here to help you make the best fit for yourself.
Yeah, and a bit unoriginal, but this pandemic year, I mean, my response, not yours, Britt, my response is going to be unoriginal. This pandemic year, it was tough for everyone, but also beneficial for you guys because we've all of these universities have really revamped things that have made it way more accessible and easy for you to learn about the university. So take this year, all of these things that we've done as institutions to help you learn about us virtually. Take advantage. There's some great stuff, easy to use, videos to watch, on-demand things. Like it's never been easier for you to learn more about a school, even though there's been limitations on you visiting them in person. There's way more stuff, as my colleagues have mentioned, for you to be able to connect with admission staff and students as well. So do take advantage. Thank you.
I pretty much echo what everybody's saying. You have support. It is a confusing process at first, but connect with us. Go to your college counselors. They're there to help you as well. But my biggest piece of advice that I would share that is different is create an email for applying to colleges. Try not to use your school email because in the end, that will no longer be available. We might be passing along a lot of really important information, whether it's moving to campus in the summer. And if you no longer have that email, you will no longer get that information. So create a Gmail account. All of the communications will go to one place and it will be much, much easier to manage and locate.
All very good tips from my colleagues, especially about the email thing. I guess do your research and don't hesitate to reach out with questions if you're unsure. We're here to help you. Thank you.
My advice would be that take advantage of resources of doing virtual campus tours or presentations. We do sessions with to connect with current students. Also, if you decide that doing a full degree abroad is not for you, look into who your, if you stay in the US, who your study abroad and exchange partners are, that, coming for a semester is also a great option, and definitely go abroad as part of your undergraduate.
Great, and I couldn't say that any better. Thank you so much to our representatives. All great advice shared tonight. So helpful, and as they stated, they are here as a resource. So feel free to reach out if you have any other questions that come to mind later on. So thank you to our representatives for being here, and thank you to each of you for joining us. We have reached the conclusion of this session. As we close, there will be a very quick 4-question survey that will appear on your browser. If you don't mind taking a moment to fill that out for us, your feedback is extremely helpful. There are more sessions happening tonight, so feel free to sign up for more at the same place where you registered for this one. And lastly, all sessions are being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/college essay guy. Again, that's at strivescan.com/college essay guy. Thank you all and have a great night.